increased emissions and higher levels of climate change. And so what we are really looking at is, first and foremost, regulating greenhouse gas emissions from the power sector, both the new facilities and existing. We have already issued a proposed rule for new facilities, and we're beginning listening sessions and discussions on how we best put out a proposal next June for existing facilities. The reason why we want to do this is that climate change is not an environmental problem. It's a serious public health and economic problem as well as an environmental challenge. And so what happens with a changing climate is that the weather gets hotter. When the weather gets hotter, the ozone levels increase. When the ozone levels increase, your kids go to the hospital more often with asthma. In this country today, 1 out of 10 children have chronic allergies. We are talking about a serious public health challenges. Allergy seasons extend. We are seeing health impacts from different types of mosquitoes and other vector-borne diseases moving north as the weather gets warmer. Changing, and things are not changing for the best in terms of public health in a changing climate. It threatens the health, safety, and well-being of communities and individuals. It's something we must address now.
Is it your view from the administration that you have sufficient data to back the work that you're doing around climate change, that in fact it's happening, and that there are certain causal effects that would enable you to do rulemaking in that area? Is it your view from the administration that you have sufficient data to back the work that you're doing around climate change, that in fact it's happening, and that there are certain causal effects that would enable you to do rulemaking in that area?
The purpose of that graphic I just showed you, all the blue squares, is to show you that CO2 in its entirety is insignificant, and only a small part of that is what has been put into the atmosphere by the United States. And even if we reduce our CO2 emissions, the rest of the world will quickly overwhelm that small reduction because they are turning toward coal-burning power plants with a vengeance. They've got to have electricity. This is typical of what goes on in the Obama administration. Many of my subscribers are very aware of some of the issues that have been raised by the House Oversight and Reform Committee in regard to the IRS targeting of the Tea Party conservatives, in regard to the Benghazi cover-up. The EPA is obviously involved in trade negotiations, nothing to do with their mission, all under the guise, the smokescreen of climate change, carbon emissions mitigation because of little children with asthma and allergies and mosquito bites. You see a whole lot of CRAP is going on in the Obama administration. Beale, John Beale, who supposedly fooled everybody at the EPA, was actually working with Gina McCarthy and others, covertly carrying out Obama's agenda. Obama will make sure that Beale is comfortable. He wanted to sit around and read books anyway, and now he'll have a chance to do that. So we should focus our attention now at this point on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a secret, super secret negotiations involving international trade. Here's a graphic to give you just an oversight of what this Trans-Pacific Partnership involves. Here is an email exchange between John Beale and Gina McCarthy talking about USTR, that's the United States Trade Representative, and Ambassador Kirk.